Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia, where last time we wrapped up so much business all across Arcadia. And as a result, Vise has now got a much more impressive reputation, meaning there's only one location left for us to explore. The lost continent of Soltis. Also, super cool thing about Soltis, by the way, which is, after the continent, re-emerges from deep sky and whatnot, the local enemy spawns actually update. So you're not taking on, the really low-level enemies that were here the first time you passed through. Instead, Ramirez is sending the Soltis security against you, which I think is super cute. And that there is only just the warm-up. Ramirez has got a lot more tricks to toss to yet, in fact. You know what? I've decided I'm going to invite an old friend along to help us deal with this. Drachma, my friend, welcome back to the team. And speaking of Drachma, go on then. We're going to unlock Drachma's final ability. Drachma crushes one enemy with his mighty armor, causing instant death to most, meaning, yes, this spell is literally a guaranteed kill unless the enemy is specifically resistant to instant death. It's also possibly the silliest looking attack in the game, so okay, I'm deeply looking forward to showing this off. Okay, all that in play, down to Shrine Island we go, though yes, as I say, it's not quite going to be that easy. Ramirez has got more defenses waiting for us, so descent complete, approaching Soltis, we'll try and get in through Shrine, well, what used to be Shrine Island. Good idea, I don't want to find out what that light beam up above Soltis would do to us if we were to try and pass through it. So, unfortunately, yes, we've got more problems yet. A flying ship guardian. This thing, by the way, is possibly the weirdest fight in the game, because you might be assuming this was going to be, a really cocky, difficult fight. Because, you gotta fight past this thing to get into Soltis, but, no. The reason it's all green next turn is because it's going to run away at the end of this turn. Meaning you've got to kill it in turn 1 or you don't get the rewards. And you really cocking want the rewards from this thing. So as a result, we're going to toss pretty much everything we've got at this thing. Because yeah, we can just about afford to fire crystal cannon, torpedoes, all the rest of it. So okay, we're opening up with a critical crystal cannon. There's 18,000 and it instantly dies. This is such a cocking weird fight, but it's a really good one that you definitely want to fight and win. Because that gets me the sparkling deck and the moon gun. I want to be clear, by the way, up to this point in the game, the best deck, which is basically, how you add defense to your ship, has been the alloy deck, which gives you 70 defense. The sparkling deck is 5 cocking 100, and also gives you bonus dodge and quick because why not? The moon gun, meanwhile, is a secondary cannon, and it is easily the best in the game. Stronger, more accurate, and cheaper than the one we're using right now. And while we're on the Delphinus, okay, one final very important adjustment to make too. Up to this point in the game, magic defense has been, mostly pretty irrelevant. You don't really need it, but I'm gonna strongly suggest you put some on right now. Because yeah, if you've been doing a pretty complete playthrough, you're gonna have various items that give you nothing but a really giant pile of magic defense, and let's just say, that's a really good idea. Install one of those right now. And with that, there we flipping go. We have made it back to Shrine Island, though these days Shrine Island is part of Soltis, so bloody hell, this game's cinematic on occasion, it's lovely. Plus, I love any game where the first dungeon in the game is also the last. You literally go back to the beginning to wrap things up. That's just always a delight as far as I'm concerned, so here we flipping go. Back inside Shrine Islands. And bloody hell, they're back to cocky taunt me. The torches that we lit the first time we came here. They're still lit and they still don't cocky do anything, so why do you light up, you bastards? Anyway, keep on keeping on, just need to work our way down a bit. Though unfortunately, yes, things can be a bit difficult to navigate down here because not every door is a door anymore. Things have got a bit, jumbled around and smushed together at the point where Soltis collided with Shrine Islands. Still, one thing to grab here. I think we could have got this earlier, but I'm glad I remembered it now. Yeah, down towards the bottom of Shrine Island, there is a cham. Still, keep on keeping on down to the bottom, straight past, you know, the very first boss proper we took on back in the day. Just, I do enjoy any scenario where you get to, like, you know, go back to the beginning for the end. So that's always a cocky delight. And now, here we go. Soltis proper. The door that used to lead outside to the under area beneath Shrine Island, that now leads down into Soltis. So straight away, yes, it's all a bit, grimy, dirty, dark, etc, etc, and, okay. So the thing about Soltis is, it's a bit of a maze. That's kind of the gimmick of this final dungeon. The problem being, yes, if you go the wrong way, there's plenty of gaps in the floor because the continent's kind of fallen apart a bit. So, we're going to kick off by heading to the west and looping around to the centre. Though, okay, there's also going to be, you know, would you believe, security between me and there. Ramirez isn't giving up that easy. And obviously, yes, pretty much all the security is going to be colour-coded silver. So, yellow's going to be a good element. Speaking of which, Fina, let's see how good, you know, your ultimate yellow spells are. And in the case of Drachma, okay, buddy. I feel like your turn might be, next turn. Here we go. Fina cracks out the electric magic and... okay, Fina, this better be pretty good, because... you know what? I'm impressed. Well done. And also, hilariously, Vice's go too. Okay, Vice just finished the fight a bit too efficiently. Don't worry, Drachma, you'll get your go in a second, I promise. Oh, here we go, a gigantic Garagor spider. Now this feels like, you know, a good candidate for testing out Drachma's ability. And seriously, prepare yourselves because I do think this is easily the silliest ability in the game. So here we go, Drachma rises up and he replaces his hand with a much bigger robot hand that then basically does, you know, one, a very large amount of damage, and two, unless the enemy is specifically resistant to instant death, it's a guaranteed kill. So basically, yes, Drachma just replaces his hand with a much bigger hand and literally swats an enemy to death. And it's great and so silly and I love it. Okay, phase 1 of this dungeon is pretty simple, which is literally follow the only available path, every other one leads to a dead end, and you'll get to this central structure with the giant hole in it. From there you want to be going, yes, northwards, and this bit's a bit trickier because, yeah, you need to be making sure you don't miss one of the remaining chams in the area. This area is also much easier if, yes, you've got your party to a level where Vice could just spam Rain of Swords on the first turn. That clears out the little guys so much easier. Meanwhile, Hand of Fate is hilarious because, yes, there are lots of enemies around here who are like, you know, basically mini-bosses. Like, say, this dragon. He's nothing special. He just shows up and is a dragon because why not? But hey, guess what he's not cooking resistant to? That's right, instant cooking death. So, okay, Drachma is a cooking star during this final section. Anyway, from that central room, just go, yes, northwest, and then turn northeast to get to the top here. And then we're going to be wanting to turn, yes, back in on ourselves to the south. That gets us yet another cham, lovely, and okay, with that done, we can now just head straight north to leave the maze. So, that brings us out onto a lovely hanging McGibble right here, flickering power wires, all the rest of it. And with that, we leave the ruins and enter Soltis proper, which is also a maze, just, you know, a bit of a different kind of one. On this occasion, we need to make our way, yes, up and down the various levels in this room. And on top of that, one more cham, and, okay. Unless I've made, you know, a horrible mistake here, this should now be every cham in the game. So, I've forgotten a cham somewhere. Excellent. I have no idea where it is, so poor Cupid's just going to have to deal with, yes, being a comedy wait and not entering his final form. Sorry, Cupel, but yes, I clearly have, missed a cham somewhere out there in Arcadia. Though once again, I should stress this is completely 100% irrelevant because it doesn't matter how cocky strong Cupel is, you're never going to be doing physical attacks with Fina. Anyway, back to business in this room proper because, yeah, so what makes this maze a bit more tricky is, it's not stairs or elevators or anything. No, it's cocky teleporters, meaning you can't always know precisely where you're going to end up. Just like the Great Silver Shrine, it's a bit easy to get disorientated in here. And also, not every teleporter's a friend, so on occasion you want to walk straight past teleporters you can use to get to, doors and also other teleporters beyond them. So on this occasion, yes, there's a lovely side room here containing a weird obelisk thing. This is like a silver chest getting me... Okay, seriously game, we don't need more moonberries, it's fine. Still, back outside, yes, teleporter number 1 I want to go on at first, but it's not the way I actually ultimately want to go. Instead, yes, after this teleporter, hang on, there should be, yes, a door right here, but yes, every single floor basically looks identical. So, once again, you can get lost very, very easily. Yet another moonberry, I swear that's a different chest, I'm not just reusing the same footage over and over, I promise. Right, that done, return to, yes, the first floor, where we were previously, so yeah, where we had a choice of teleporters, and now we're going past the door to teleporter number 2 round over here. Beyond that, follow literally the only way you can go, and you'll get to another room with a lovely obelisk in it, but, okay, let's just say this one doesn't contain a moonberry. Instead, right now is a very good time to make sure your team's properly healed up. Because back on the Dreamcast, this was just another Zivilyn Bane, but on this occasion, oh no, on the GameCube it is much, much worse because Lord Bane is right here, the leader of the bandit clan that you've been running into all through your adventures, and, okay, being, the boss and whatnot, he gets to bring minions with him. And Lord Bane is not to be underestimated, so okay. Pretty standard opening, and let's just power up her Vise for a second here. And yeah, we'll just give this guy a poke and see how tough he is with some basic attacks. As for Drachma, yeah, for the time being, there's not much he can do, so yeah, you just do a spirit charge, keep yourself nice and safe, give us a giant pile of spirit, and seriously, spirit charge is so good for getting you a dumb amount of spirit in a hurry. And you, buddy, are... Oh, blimey, right, he's cracking out the big gun straight away. Explosive powder is not a cocky joke. 3,000-4,000 damage just in one go to everybody. Yeah, that cocking hurts. Give him a tiny bit of, yes, damage in return. And, okay, 1,000, not much, but it's not terrible either. The problem is, yeah, Fina's in a bit of difficulty right now. And yeah, Vise might be able to do something a lot better. Almost 3,000. Not bad at all. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna go in with, yes, just a basic attack with Vise, because that could do a pretty good work right there. For everyone else, yeah, I feel like I want to be going Sacrum. Aside from Fina, who's sufficiently vulnerable, I think she should actually be, yeah, Sacralin on herself to fully restore her hit points. And as for Drachma, okay. Now, Lord Bane is going to be resistant to instant death. But I bet Zivilyn Bane minions aren't. And okay, Medicine Box. Basically, yeah, he's about to make himself ridiculously good. Regeneration, toughness, all the rest of it. So, okay, that can't be allowed to stand. We need to get that off him. And honestly, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. One basic attack, still doing a 900, and not terrible, but yeah, the counterattack does hurt too. So okay, one Sacralin, not bad at all. So Fina at least is now safe, and then poor old slow Drachma. Okay, don't forget, these guys get burst too. Burst is not nothing, so right, I'm glad I used Sacralin on Fina, because they are just targeting her right now, but okay. Drachma, I love you. And your gigantic, incredibly stupid hand. Your incredibly stupid hand is just the best thing And I love that you have to summon lightning to turn your hand into a different hand so you can squish your enemies. That's just great right there. So, there we go. And if we're lucky... Come on, Zivilyn Bane. You surely can't. There we go. Good. Good, good, good. Instant cocky kill right there. So, yeah, we can now just instant kill his friends. Okay, the team is now so I'm going to say in not the best position, actually. So, given I could just save up and use a Pirate's Wrath in a subsequent turn, yeah, I feel like we're probably better served right now, focusing on healing. Because there's a good chance he's going to take a turn off just to bring in assistance. So, yeah. Just drop a lovely multiple point at Sacrum. That's A-OK. With the exception of Drachma, who can Spirit Charge. Though, John, do not forget the entire cocking point here. You've got to use, yes, Lunar Winds. Do that first. Drachma can then Spirit Charge. That's good. So, yeah, Drachma is like not going to die. And there we go. Pipes of Doom. Which basically just means he blows his trumpet and summons a new friend to come and assist. But now we know we can one-shot the friend. So it's really not the worst thing in the world. Meanwhile, yeah, my team is just healing up. So, okay. We are under control for the time being. Just handful of crystals. Yeah, at this point, we're slowly wearing him down. Nolly Stash, yes, he does take a tiny bit of damage from the Lunar Cleansing. So yeah, Lord Bane is very slowly going in the right direction. And I feel like now, yeah, even Fina is in a good position to survive if he breaks out the ridiculously strong explosive powder. Which means that I'm happy going after him with Vice, while Iker and Fina can focus on, yeah, just focusing in fact. And no, Hand of Fate to remove his friend from the fields. And okay, he's just desperately trying to get Medicine Box back on him, which is fine. Like, any turn he's not using explosive powder is a good turn as far as I'm concerned. Because, yeah, he can't, like, out-heal Vice. Vice is going to be doing more damage than he can heal off using Medicine Box. So, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And, if we're lucky, Drachma will be able to outspeed the Zivilyn Bane. And on this occasion he does. Good. That means the Bane's dead without actually, like, doing anything. And, seriously, Hand of Fate is just so good and I love it so much. So, right. Now, if he wants reinforcements, he's gonna have to waste more turns doing it. And that means I've now got the spare capacity to break out Pirate's Wrath. So, oh yeah, this is going pretty well. Though I'm going to just drop, one more Sacrum just for safety. And there we go, just Pipes of Doom. Like, he's so busy desperately trying to restore his regeneration and get his friends back on the field that he basically can't attack me. So, that to my mind works. Like, in the long term, we're doing a good job here. Especially as here come the Lunar Winds, down goes your regeneration. And today, buddy, I've saved up enough to, oh, so close. So cocky close. You are almost dead, my friends. You know what? I think we've got this with just a basic attack here. So, you go for that, and I can. If you could, yes, confuse this guy, that would mean he can't use his special moves, like Burst. He'd just be attacking at random, which would be good, because then he definitely couldn't attack Fina. So, you do that. Fina, honestly, just guard, because, yes, you're more squishy than anyone else. And then, Hand of Fate, that should do good work right there. Lovely. You are in a good shape, and you're also confused. And there we go. Medicine Box once again, but it's just too late. Lunar Winds and Hand of Fate are a really good way of making this fight not so bad. And there we go. One basic attacker from Vice takes out Lord Bane. Magnificent. And with a final Hand of Fate, down goes the last Bane, and that's the last time we're going to see those guys at any point in the game. Though don't worry, as is traditional for most of Skies of Arcadia, he's not dead or anything, he's just like, fled in disgrace. And meanwhile, we get the loot he was after, the Orb of Serenity. So, with that done, that's every bounty fight completed, but you've got to go and turn them in too. Otherwise, it doesn't count. So, we've now got to, yes, nip back to Sailor's Island or whatnot. But, it's very good we do need to do that, because this should be the final stage, unlocking the game's final secrets. So, here we go, just to retrace our steps back to the wonderful Sailor's Island right here. And there we go. You defeated everyone on the wanted list. Thanks to you, people can sail the skies freely and safely. It isn't much, but here, take this. So, plenty of gold for dismantling the Zivilyn Bane organisation. Tragically, though, we do not get it confirmed that he decided to retire from a life of crime in order to join a rupee in his carpet shop or something. As lovely as that would have been. Instead, I am now Vise the Bounty King, and that's concerning in a way, because, okay, there is one more rank above Vise the Bounty King, the ultimate rank, Vise the Legend, which is basically precisely the same as all the various reputations we've already had, with a couple of additions. Like, for example, you've got to have wrapped up the Piastol business, and seen the final cutscene with Maria and Doc, which we have absolutely fine, but, yes, unlike Exploration King, where you need to unlock 90% of all treasure chests in the game, to become a Vise the Legend, it's got to be 100%. And you may recall me mentioning last episode, yes, there are like many locations in this game where once you've left them, you simply can't go back. They're just not available anymore. So, okay. Did you know, make sure I went out of my way to get every single chest in Soltis. It's not Soltis, there's no more chests left there. So, okay, I suspect I've missed a chest somewhere in the game, and I don't know where it is. In fact, yes, if we just nip back to the Amateur Hermit here, 95% chest opening. That's not one, I have missed more than one. Right, well that's just embarrassingly low. I must have missed cocking loads of them. Mercifully though, the final reputation, Vise the Legend, that needs 100% treasure chest opening completion, is not necessary to access this game's 3 final secrets. They decided to, you know, bare minimum, offer us a bit of grace in that regard. Instead, back at Sailor's Island, it's time to start accessing the 3 secrets. Because if we just nip into the hotel right here, the mystery merchant is present, and I like this guy. You know, he literally sells you Crystales boxes right at the start of the game, when those are ridiculously powerful. And arguably, he finishes the game giving you something even better, because if you do all the things I just did over the last episode are just now turning in the final bounty, the mystery merchant will sell you the ultimate weapon for Vise. A sword so powerful it can split the heavens, the ultimate sword, Skyfang. This thing is significantly stronger than the Cocking of Orlick blade, and more accurate too, and that thing was already ridiculous. And I tell you what, while I'm in town, now would be a good time to do, yes, a bit of item shopping, because 7 Sacrum Crystals, that is potentially nowhere near enough, alright? Let's just, you know, top ourselves up here, just in case. Okay, that done, back to the ship, because, yes, secret number 2 is barely round the corner. Because, you see, you may recall, we filled out our discovery journal previously. According to this thing, there are 88 discoveries in the game, but, okay, so it turns out the journal lies to you a bit. Instead, if we just mosey above the clouds to this lovely archway right here by Sailor's Island, you'll notice the familiar swirling compass of a discovery being nearby, and that gives us the Golden Hammerchew, Discovery 89, that only exists after you've done all of this. A bird-like unknown creature, shining gold. They say it is a hybrid between a Hammerchew and an ancient animal, but details are still unknown. If you're lucky enough to see this rare bird, your wish will be fulfilled. So, okay. I can't prove it, but the last time we saw Piccolo, he was like, you know, flying off to find his own way in the world. And now, all of a sudden, sometime later, a mysterious small golden Hammerchew that's a hybrid between a Hammerchew and an ancient animal shows up, and I choose to believe that this here is Piccolo Jr. Though funnily enough, yes, despite that being a discovery, you can't actually, like, sell information about it. It's just something nice for you, damn it. So, we've met Piccolo Jr., we've got a really cocky good sword, those are 2 secrets, but, okay, let's just say, the third one's the really significant one. And to find that, we need to mosey back home to Crescent Isle. Because now when you return here, you've got a new option. You can fight the Special Air Pirate and, okay, I'm going to strongly suggest you don't do that right now. Because, okay, there's, a few things we should do first. Number 1, Drachma's going in the bin for this fight. Bloody hell you want, Enrique. And go on then, Enrique. You can have your ultimate move too. Enrique summons one enemy to the Colosseum to be judged for its crimes. So, there we go. The Judgments. Now, Enrique's back on the team. He can have the Warrior's Heart again. And that is really good, because I want Ica to have the Constitution Gem. Not a good item in general, like, you know, the effect on stats is pretty poor. But what it does do is prevent any adverse effects for that team member. So, you know, sleep, confusion, etc, etc, and, once again, I'm just going to strongly recommend that this is a good idea. Next up, it's time to spend some cocking money, because, yes, as a result of, you know, my various adventures and whatnot, I'm still sitting on roughly 1 million gold. And there's basically nothing left to buy in the game, so that means we're going to Ilchemist's store. Survivability is so important, so, okay. Straight away, I'm going to spend, yes, let's say 300,000 on, yes, bonus 2 hit point seeds. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Though honestly, yes, the prime recipients should be Ica and Fina. Fina in particular, I would like to have over 6,000 hit points going into, you know, the final bit of the game here. Like, that's useful, and, oh, poor Enrique. You're only level 48, you poor bastard. Right, your defenses are pretty good. If you're over 5k, I'm going to call that good enough. That's fine. Though don't forget, yes, Fina takes a lot more damage because she's wearing that robe that gives her bonus will. So, I will take, yeah, 100,000 in defense seeds, and then we'll buy, say, yes, maybe another, ooh, how much is the right amount to spend? I'd say 200,000, buying her, yes, bonus 2 will, so she can really kick some ass going forward, and then I'll just bankrupt myself buying power seeds for Vice. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, this seems like, you know, a bit excessive in many ways, and no, it cocking isn't, because, seriously, we're about to go into by far the nastiest fight in the game. Okay, so with that, Fina's defenses are, yes, now roughly in a line with Enrique's, not bad at all. Her will is almost 600, and Vice's attack is almost 800, so, okay. Now with that done, I think we're ready. Because it turns out there's a vaguely familiar voice in the distance. Hey baby, have you been read? You miss me, and, okay, I think Ica recognizes the cocking voice. Sounds like there's someone out on the deck. Ica, is it a friend of yours? And, no, it most certainly is not. It's cocking Vigoro. Vise, show yourself. Air Pirate Vigoro is here to greet you. So, right, since we last saw Vigoro, he decided to, you know, renounce being an admiral in the Valoran Armada, or like Gaussian's Armada or whatever, and instead decided, given it was an air pirate that beat him, he wanted to become an air pirate himself, and now he's cocking back. Because he wants to be the strongest air pirate of all, meaning naturally, he's got to beat me, and seriously, Vigoro is terrifyingly strong. Fight after fight, I've emerged victorious. I'm stronger than ever, and with this strength, you won't stand a chance against me. And okay, Vice is a tiny bit confused right now, but yes, Vigoro's just here and he wants to beat us up to prove he's strong, damn it. And seriously, this fight is an absolute cocking menace, so, okay. Okay. There's Skyfang, by the way. Skyfang looks absolutely cocking awesome. One advantage we do have, though, just like a Lord Bane, yeah, he's colour-coded red, so purple will do a bit of bonus damage. Just be careful with this guy. He is not a cocky joke. What I'm going to do is, yeah, just open up with a basic Cutlass Fury just to see what that does. Everybody be on purple, please. Ica, you know what you need to do. We need Vice to be nice and powerful here, and, you know what? Fina, you might be able to contribute here. So yeah, toss a Crystalline at him. We'll see how that works out. And as for Enrique, Basically, your job is to do Justice Shield, okay? Just stand there and do Justice Shield over and over again, and never cocking stop. Because, basically, with Justice Shield not up, Vigoro can pretty much one-shot anyone on my team. So okay, just activate the Shield of Justice. Magnificent. That's why you're here, Enrique, because without this is not an easy time. Okay, Ica goes next, naturally powering up her Vise. Lovely. And yeah, if Vigoro tries to power himself up, we need to use Fina to make sure he doesn't stay that way. So, okay. Move in. 3,500. Not bad. It's a bit of an impact. And Vigoro's Charm. But this is why we gave Ica the Constitution Gem. Now it can't confuse her, because yes, Vigoro's Charm would confuse Ica otherwise, meaning she'd start attacking other people, etc, etc. The Constitution Gem means yes, she's a-okay to take that hit, and basically it's a wasted turn for Vigoro. And while I could afford, yes, a Pirate's Wrath, I do not want to do anything that means I can't afford Justice Shield. So, honestly, Ica, I'd say you ought to just, yes, keep powering up the rest of the team. Give Fina Glyph of Might just to improve her physical defenses, and, under the circumstances, yeah, just keep dropping Crystalla. Alright, see what you can do there, and once again, just Justice Shield damage. Just nothing but Justice Shield. That's your job here today, Enrique. You're here to do cocky Justice Shield. Keep on keeping on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. We are doing some damage, which is good, and Fina's going to have some bonus defense right now. That's nice too, lovely. And yeah, the Crystalline's going to do a little bit bare minimum, but honestly, yeah, just look at his defenses. Even with that ridiculous will, that's not doing much. 850. Okay, 850 I'll take. That was a normal attack because, yes, Vigoro has OD out. So, okay, Ica's resistant to confusion, but Enrique isn't, so uh-oh. If Enrique's confused this turn, that means he can't use ODR. Enrique can't use Justice Shield. And Vigoro's probably about to crack out his primary attack, so... Oh, this could go wrong in a hurry, actually. Okay, we can afford a Pirate's Wrath, so we can start laying down, you know, a good amount of hurt here. I need cocking yes. Enrique healed. Right now. He can't do anything this turn, but next turn I need him back up and about, and... I should also buy some more Curie Crystals. John, you shouldn't have spent all the money. Okay, with no Justice Shield, I'm having Fina guard, because otherwise she cannot take this next hit, potentially. So, okay. Bare minimum, Enrique's not going to attack Ica, so that's good. That's positive, at least, but, okay, thank goodness, he used Vigoro's Charm, not his cannon. In fact, we've been lucky. He's not actually cranked out his cannon at all so far this fight, which is... weird, actually, because that's how he kills ya, with the cannon, and 9,999 damage. We are now capping out the amount of damage we can do, and even then, he can take it. Okay, Ica, you just drop a Sacrum Crystal, that's all a-okay. Fina, you go into focusing, and now we've got Justice Shield back. Good, 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 good. So, all we need to do is not let Enrique get confused again. That's good, but... Vigoro is playing surprisingly passively. Like, this guy can be a monster, but so far I've been very, very lucky, because he's not brought out either of his cannon attacks yet. He's got two, and they're both monstrous. Still, Cutlass Fury comes in, and we're doing okay so far. And, never mind, that was Fina. I thought we were going into Vigoro, but no, it was Fina. And once again, just a basic attack. Though, no confusion this time. Good, 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 good. In fact, you know what? Enrique, I think, buddy, you should get a go doing something. Though, okay, hang on. If Enrique actually doesn't attack, it means he can't be using Justice Shield. Which could be a problem, so... okay. I'm going to wait for Vigoro to do any cannon attack, and then I'll assume he won't do it twice in a row. So once again, Justice Shield goes up, lovely, and here we go, cannon fire, right, he's finally doing it.
Take this!
So okay, he prepares his stupid, ridiculous cannon, and the target is... okay, it's Vise. Vise can take this, that's fine, but even with Justice Shield up, which, just as a reminder, halves damage, that was still 3,700 damage. Without Justice Shield, that would have been a kill. Like, cannon fire basically is just a one-hit kill unless you've got Enrique protecting your team. It is ridiculous, but okay. Vise is a good pick for that right there. So, I'm okay with this. This is fine. Everything's under control, more or less. He's probably not going to do it again this turn. So, as a result, yes. Vise goes in with a basic attack right here. Ica, I want you to heal up Vise, just in case you know more cannons start coming out here. That's all absolutely a-okay. Fina, you just guard, just in case, because I do not trust you to survive this turn. And yeah, as a result, we can justify the judgments. But if he just starts doing cannon fire again, I might be in a, yes, spot of trouble. But I feel like we're in control right now. This is okay. So, basic Colours Fury, that's all a-okay. And any moment now. Nope, basic attack over to Fina, and she dodges. Good. And here we go. The judgment is delightful, by the way. Like, he literally summons his opponent into the Colosseum to duel them one-on-one. And when I say duel them, I mean summon a cocky dragon to eat them. Because that's the punishment he chooses. And, okay, it is ridiculous anime nonsense, and did that just do 1 damage? I guess Enrique is a lower level, so right, don't let Enrique attack anymore. Enrique has fallen behind the curve when it comes to attack power. Gotcha. This, by the way, is why I gave Vise literally every performance-enhancing drug in the world. Because, yes, if you go with a normal team, they can barely cocky touch Vigoro. It's ridiculous. Okay, back to doing what you do best, Enrique. Just nothing but Justice Shield, please. That works better for you, damn it. And we've almost got him. One more Pirate's Wrath does a good job there, so okay. The next attack should be good enough, and yeah, the Constitution Gem is hugely important, though honestly we've been lucky. He's used that like 3 times this fight. He can just spam his cannons if he's feeling mean, and on this occasion he didn't, and that's really good for us. So everybody else a guard, 1 Justice Shield there, lovely, and honestly, this is like the smoothest Vigoro fight I have ever had. Like, he has really cooperated with me. Like, normally, he's an absolute coking monster, but today, he decided to play ball with me. And that's really, really nice of him. So, Vigoro, your new armor's so stupid, by the way. You dumb bull horns on your shoulders. That's not a good thing. And with that, maybe at long coking last, Vigoro's going to realise that, yes, he can't beat us, and it might be time to retire. You truly are strong. Even after all that training, I still can't beat you. And okay, what's your conclusion gonna be, Vigoro? By fighting with you, I discovered something, and I've decided to make it my new motto. I've decided to adopt your policy of, no matter what happens, never give up. So okay, maybe like, you know, Vigoro will just keep training as an air pirate in the future, and maybe he'd have shown up in Skies of Arcadia too. But such a thing does not exist, so tragically we'll never know. Though Ica's not having this, Ica just wants him to go away and leave her alone, damn it. There is also only a single reward you get for beating Vigoro. The mesh tights, or like fishnet tights as we call them in the UK. So, yes, basically he's just, given her a pair of tights. And it does boost her attack and will, though, honestly, is that really what you want Ica to be boosting? And, like, is there any benefit to her attack or will being a higher? I personally don't think there is, so fortunately, yes, there's a very good mechanical reason not to wear the sexy tights that Vigoro just gave to Ica. We can just safely ignore those, which I'm very happy about. Honestly, critical vision does much the same thing, but also boosts her chance to hit, which is kind of, you know, the critical thing Ica is very, very good at. So we'll just stick with that. That's fine. Also, John, before you forget, buy some more Curia crystals. There we go. Much better. So, with that done, there's literally only one thing left for us. And that, of course, is to go and save the world. And that means, plain and simple, next time, it's the grand finale. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Skies of Arcadia. Thank you very much, and goodbye. If we just hide the bodies, nobody needs to know about this. Yes! My stupid plan has worked! It turns out I'm a genius. The giant rat scorpion is not gone. Oh, hang on, there's more yet, though. I'm still being very shocked. Guys, where's the NCR? Nobody needs to know.